Because we've got Colin Gillis with us at BGC Partners. He's got a hold rating on Google. So, Colin, we broke down some of the numbers. What do you think?
Yeah, so absolutely, Carol. So first off, Google doesn't give guidance, right? So that's point one. Right? So everyone's trying to take a guess as to how much of the recovery is going to be baked into numbers. And it's a good result, but the whisper was $7, right? And so that's that. They didn't hit.
So you had a wait, slow down, because you had a whisper of 7, because we had a whisper of about 674. So you saw a whisper
that was your wow number, right?
That was our wow number. That's right.
So that's what they had to do to really knock the cover off the ball
and get people to buy the shares, right?
So that,
let's mute all the concerns about, hey, this is a one-trick pony, or that we're worried about Apple, or we're worried about Facebook getting share, or what's happening in China because there's still another shoe to drop there, or even the Italy YouTube discussion that was going on. So if they put up $7, people would not have been concerned about any of those. It would have muted all those concerns, and we didn't get it.
All right, and that's why you've got, a hold rate. I mean, you've got some concerns. You talk about downside risk remaining on this name.
That's right, and there does. And what we say when we look at Google is we say this is a second half story, a company that always does better in the second half of the year than the first half of the year, right? So March quarter, we're past that. It was a decent quarter. June quarter, the stock almost always disappoints. 4 years in a row, you go back and you look at the tape, the stock has traded down on earnings. And, the reality is that they've stalled out on market share at 65%. It's still a good company. It's a core company to own, but you want to pick your spots as to when to get in. We want to get in closer to the 500 level than opposed to the 600 level.
Hey, Colin, looking at the statement here, of course, the company didn't say much about things besides search. That is, they talk about site revenues, they talk about network revenues. They don't talk about anything having to do with Android, for example. What do you want to hear about on this conference call today?
So what people want to know about Google is they're saying, is there going to be another material revenue stream they have outside of search? And this is what we were getting into earlier. If the search engine was firing on all cylinders, and gave us that type of EPS upside, then people would be less concerned about, display and Android and Chrome and some of these other ventures that are just not material. So, we're out there saying, good Google, bad Google, right? Good Google should have given us that upside, $7 a share, should be a 20% grower. They keep the discipline that they had, and the down cycle, limiting headcount, making capital expenditures more, more tighter. Bad Google's back out, throwing all types of new products at us, is a grower in the mid-teens to high teens, and, is expanding and reinvesting at a rate that is unappealing to shareholders.
I wonder what you think about China, because you say there's still another shoe to drop there, and you say they have other sovereign risks out there besides China. What are they?
Oh, absolutely, Matt. So, with China, I mean, the reality is, in our opinion, that there is another shoe to drop, because the Chinese government is not likely to react immediately to Google's threat. They don't want to look like the bad guy. They're going to find
$600 million in revenue.
That's right. So it's not that material per se, but it is a tremendous growth opportunity going forward. And the equal, more important concern is that how will China react back to Google, right?
Right.
At some point they're going to find that Google's violating some law, or perhaps having some bad practices with their search results. That's going to be a negative impact. And then on Italy, they were being sued for a video that was up on YouTube, and the Italy government said, Google, you are responsible for the content that you have on YouTube because you're making profit on it.